What's up? My name is Danny Swade. My new song "Soldier" just came out, and it's my favorite song I've ever made, I think, and probably the best song I've ever made. So I just thought it would be fun to do a track breakdown and like look at the project and like talk about how the song came to be and show the different instruments and layers and everything. So that's what we're doing. And before I get started, I'll give you a little backstory. So I had actually created, I made some chords and I had a melody and vocal like idea and that I was toying with, which I'll show you here. This is me kind of recording the idea. This was in my grandpa's basement in the closet where I was producing at the time. And this is me singing this little idea here. So this is like the first verse that I came up with. You can tell it's different too.
Ride through the waves of the sea. Your roots grow as strong as the trees. The mountains you moved with the mustard seed is the faith you inspired in me.
Okay, so a little different, but that's what I had. So I just kind of I had those chords and like that rough melody idea and stuff. And then a family friend of ours was at our house and she was showing me, her name's Summer, she was showing me her daughter's music that she just like recorded on her phone. And I was like, oh, that's sick. If she ever wants to like record an actual song, I'd love to help her. So long story short, she ends up flying up to Spokane for like a weekend from where she was in, I think Oregon or Southern Washington. And she shows me some of her songs and we record one called Labyrinth. I'll put in the description she's the collab on the song. I don't know how much you know about the song, but anyway, she sings on the song with me and helped me write it. And so she came and we recorded one of her songs. And then I was like, yo, let's make a collab. Like, let's write a new song. So and then I showed her this idea and I was like, hey, I have this little idea. If you want to try to build this into like a full song, that would be sick. And she's like, oh, hell yeah. So we just went out on the deck with our ukuleles. She had a ukulele and we just kind of sat down and wrote the whole song, like the lyrics and the structure and everything. And then man, this song came together. Sometimes songs take months. This song came together in like no time. Like I think we maybe spent 6 hours maybe recording and writing, maybe like 8. But it really just was snappy and quick. And I spent more time on the production and everything after that. But it was fun recording her too because it's interesting. She has a great voice and she's talented and she's got a cool vibe, like the way she sings and stuff, but she's not very experienced. So I'd be like, okay, sing da na 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 na, and then she would try to sing it, but she would sing something different that was cool, but it was like different. So a lot of times we would do a take for her to sing a harmony or her to do something. And it was like a surprise what we'd get. So it's like surprise. And, but it ended up being a lot of cool stuff, but it was a fun experience. But anyways, that's kind of how the song came to be. And two, also it ended up being inspired by, for me, Avatar: The Last Airbender. And you'll hear the audio clip in there, but the show Avatar: The Last Airbender, the friendship between like Team Avatar and the cartoon is like so strong and they have each other's backs and it's just so meaningful and like nice and gives me this warm feeling the way they just ride or die, have each other's backs. And it's like the fate of the world, and they're like just got each other's backs. So I wanted a song that felt like that feeling and like that vibe. And so it's ambiguous. It sounds like it's about a girl, right? It's about like a relationship with a girl or something, or like a romantic relationship, but it's really about friendship and it can be about anything. So it's purposely ambiguous, but that was kind of the feeling behind the song that I wanted to capture. So that's how we wrote it. And then there's some Bible references in there too, in the lyrics. If you listen close, I'll let it be an Easter egg if you can find them. Some are obvious, some are not so obvious, but I like to put like Bible and religious like words and ideas into the songs. I like to imbue it into the songs. Since I was raised that way, it's just like, I don't know, it's funny to me. But okay, here we go. Let's just dive in. I've got 2 projects here. So one is the stem bouncing project and one is the original project. So basically the way I work is I I'll show you this original project. So I made the project here. You can see it's pretty messy, right? So I record everything and make the song and do everything in this project. Once I'm done and I'm going to send it to get mixed, I bounce all the stems and make it all pretty and clean. And then I send this project to my brother who mixes and masters the whole thing, makes it sound good, and does all the sauce basically on the back end. So this is the one we're going to go through because this is most of the final stems. And then I record these vocals. I actually take to my friend Brian, who I usually record vocals with, but these ones I recorded myself and he just helped me mix them. So the vocals were done by him. And then I think my brother did some as well when he mixed it. But I think we'll just kind of walk through these different parts. And I just want to show you the different instruments and stuff and the different parts. Because, some get kind of lost in the mix and all blends together. But this maybe will make me look like a better producer than I am because, man, I just love the sounds in this. I love the parts. It really was magical, like making it. I was like, man, some of these parts are so beautiful and sound so good. And it just all came together really nice. So let's just start with the ukuleles here. So we have one track that's me strumming. Okay, we have this intro verse I'll show you. And there's this really cool chord thing that happened to me by accident. I don't really know theory, but man, the chord progression here is really beautiful. So here we go. And then that repeats. Now listen, here's the special chords. Ready? Ooh! Come on. So that's really nice. So that happened by accident, but I actually have my ukulele. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but it's that's how it goes each time. But then the third time when it gets to this chord, one of the notes slides up, so it goes like, and then a new chord. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, I love it, man. And that's something where I would never do that intentionally because I don't understand music theory that well. Like that was just an accident. Like when I tried to hit the chord, it just went blam, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And then I was like, what chord comes after that? And I was like, this chord. I just tried all the chords. I'm like, this chord comes after that. And so it just was a happy accident and really like sounds cool. So we'll get it again for you here. Yeah. And the way it goes with the vocal too, if I put the vocal back in. And a lot of these, the thing is, a lot of these tracks aren't going to sound as good as the finished product, right? Because these are unmixed, right? Unmixed and mastered. These are like my stems. So the vocals and everything isn't going to sound as good as the finished song that you'll hear on Spotify, but close enough that whatever. But
roots grow as strong as the trees. The mountains get moved with a mustard seed.
So yeah, that's the sauce. And then for the chorus, the ukuleles here, I recorded once, and then I showed Selah the chords, and she recorded once, and so I just blended them. So this is my take.
Ooh.
So that's my ukulele, and this is hers. She got the little strum going. Yeah, so she's got the little strum going. And then, yeah, it gets, the strumming like picks up at the end of the chorus, but together sounds like this. Real nice. Yeah, come on. Woo. And the chorus is different chords than the verse. But, okay, to me, I think one of the most beautiful things of the entire song is this piano. That comes in the chorus. Get a load of this. Ooh. Dude, when I made that piano, I was like, oh, here we go, baby. We're going. Wow, so simple and so nice though. Okay, so that's kind of the heart of the song is that ukulele and stuff. And then we get to the next chorus when all the drums come in. So I'll just take it to the drums. The drum beat is fire. And then at the end, there's a bunch of extra production and new stuff that comes in. But I'll just kind of take you through, I don't know, the basics of the chorus here. So we're gonna mute this. We're gonna go for the drums here. Okay, so I guess we could just start with a little bongo groove we got going on. Pretty quiet. And these are my bongos that I played probably. So a little bongo thing here. We'll turn it up a little bit for you. And we got a tambourine, it looks like. And a hi-hat. And then I got this interesting thing that's like a topper. I don't know what it is. I think it's me hitting my guitar or hitting the bass. Because you can hear like a note happen. But I often do percussion where I like hit the desk or I hit something, hit the guitar and just make a rhythm out of it. So all together with this topping stuff, it's pretty nice. So we got that going. And then, okay. And then here's the thing. I got like 3 different claps going. So, which is interesting. And a lot of this, I'm discovering this as we go because I don't remember a lot of this. But I've got this clap. I've got this clap. Like a verby clap. And then I've got this low clap. So all 3 together. Okay. And I got this kick. Pretty simple. And then I have this stomp sample, which I actually use in music, in my songs all the time. I don't know what's the deal with that, but. And then let's just go all together with it. All the drums, here we go. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. 1, 2. And then it's always fun to like build it from the bottom up too, so you can hear like kind of how it comes together. So and we got this hi-hat, another hi-hat, tambourine, shaker, bongos. Come on, come on, come on. And then we go with the ukuleles in here. And then oh yeah, we'll get into that piano. That other piano part is bananas too, but let's look at the bass too, because the bass I played, it's a bass guitar, I think. So very simple. So that's the bass. Just played it on my little frickin' Ibanez, or like $100 Ibanez bass or something. And then in the bridge though, I actually did a synth bass. So it's this. And the ukuleles change the rhythm too. Because in the verse it's like, or in the chorus it's like a rhythm that's like. Like that, and then in the bridge it goes to like a straight rhythm, like. I think it's you hold the front line, you hold the front line, you hold the front line like a soul. Yeah, so it becomes like more of a straight strumming pattern here, which you could hear like this. Yeah. So that's nice. And then, and it has, like all together you can hear it just has, with the synth bass, it just has way more of a driving thing. You hold the front line like
like a soldier the moment you need something to cry.
Okay, and now let's talk about this piano part. So that's the bridge. This piano part, dude. So I think after this part is... Yeah, okay. So this was just me vibing on the piano, and I made this little piano part. This is so nice. Ready? Ah! I can't believe how sick that part is. I love it. So I made that little part, and then the ukuleles there are do this picking thing, like this. And it's just a drop chorus there, I think. Actually, is it? Oh yeah, so this is when the big chorus comes in. So, this is cool. So anyways, yeah, I have this piano going, and I absolutely could listen to this piano forever. And this, yeah. Yeah. Life with anyone, it be you. Okay, now what's cool is after this, there comes in this really nasty, distorted guitar. Because the song goes like, the song really goes dummy right there. So it goes, I'll always prioritize. Yeah. And it goes, hits right here, just like. So what makes it hit there, in my opinion, is this nasty guitar, which only comes in at the end here. So if you listen, here we go. And I guarantee you that's been cleaned up like crazy in the mix, so in the final mix, but that's just what I made. But you can hear like when this part comes in big time, like it rips, and the guitar, I feel like it just makes it like. I'll always prioritize your needs over mine. And then as far as other production goes, I've got this interesting string thing happening. This strings. That's nice. And so that string is made with analog strings by Native Instruments, which, like I said, I probably won't get that much into the tools here. And then for the guitar, I use Archetype by Tim Henson if you're interested in that, but with a plugin called Chroma to like make it sound better. And then I also have this pad going on that happens in the second, or in the bridge too. So when the bridge comes in, this pad comes in, which just makes it float. Woo! And then if we go back to this little piano part, which I was telling you about, this pretty little piano part, I actually moved it back and put it in the bridge, but a lower octave. So it's in the bridge here, like this, with this pad. This is the bridge. You need something to cry on, you got my shoulder. You can share my life till it's over. So all that together, I think, makes the bridge float with the pad in there. And then that same piano part continues, but just high pitch. So once it ends, and then high pitch. One octave up. Oh wait, sorry, it looped. I don't know how I wrote that part. Like I'm just like on the piano, ping pong, ding ding ding, just like wow, this sounds so pretty. Okay, and then yeah, we go into the big ending chorus, and it has the strings, so all together. Yeah, and we can add this guitar. And then also, while we're at it in the bridge, I want to let's listen to these vocals, because the vocals in the bridge are really nice, especially the backgrounds. So I love them. So let's just listen to the whole part.
a soldier. The moment you need something to cry on, you've got my shoulder. You can't share my life till it's over. For the battles in my head, you're the first line of defense. You hold.
So here's just the backgrounds.
You hold the front line like a soldier. Moment you need something to cry on, you've got my shoulder. You can't share my life till it's over. You're the first line of defense.
So yeah, that's that. It's really nice. And then it goes to this part after that, which has Aang from the Avatar. So the show I was talking about, which I'm like, hey, this is the show that inspired the song. This is, I put in this conversation between Aang and Toph. And hopefully I don't get copyright. I tried to change the voice enough that I don't get caught, but I don't care.
Do you really think friendships can last more than one lifetime?
I don't see why not.
Yeah. And then I also put in, so that's like this. And then it just rips into the last chorus.
Blood in my veins to keep you alive. It's over my.
Dude, the lyric switch up where it's like, I'll always prioritize your needs over mine. I'd bleed out every drop of blood in my veins to keep you alive. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I might have shed a tear when I was making that.
Blood in my veins. I'll always prioritize your needs over mine. I'd bleed out every drop of blood in my veins to keep you alive.
Just so wholesome. I just love it. Okay, anyways. And then we got this part. Do you really think friendship?
Lifetime?
I don't see why not.
Okay, and then here, this is something it's easy to miss. Is for me, it's like with the music, I always want I want it to be uplifting and inspiring. It make you feel happy. It make you feel good. It's positive experience, positive feeling. This is like underlies everything I do creatively, that intention wise, what I want. And there's this, it's so funny how far this goes. Like the number one thing, if I'm like, okay, how do I make this happier? How do I make this feel nicer? How do I make this better? It's put in the sound effects of water and birds. So like you'll notice there's these birds here. Listen. Right during this part. So
Why not?
if you listen, just gives the atmosphere. And then in the beginning, I've got the water going.
Blood in my veins.
So if you go here in the intro of the song, I'll crank this so you can hear it. So,
Long as the trees, the mountains get moved with them.
So it just gives that atmosphere and that like calm vibe. It just creates the atmosphere and the calm vibe. And it really goes so far. Like I put bird sounds and water sound effects like in all my songs all the time. So that's really funny. And then let's see what else we got here. I think the outro is Nothing New's really introduced in the outro here.
If I could do life with anyone, it'd be you every time. And I'll always prioritize your needs over mine. If anything comes between us, I'll get.
Oh wait, I lied. There's this. This is so nice. Look at this. Ready? This ukulele part comes in the outro only, and I wish it would got brought out more in the mix. I just forgot about it and it got buried. But like, listen to how nice this is. So these new sounds come in the very outro. So all together it's
If I could do life. And I'll always prioritize your needs over mine. If anything comes between us, I'll get through to the other side. You're ride or die, a sign for life, you got me.
So nice. Oh man, I love it. And then yeah, as far as like other production, I put a swell. There's like one or two little swells in here, like right here.
You got me. You hold the
It just goes into the bridge, kind of.
got me.
This'll.
You hold the front line like a soldier. The moment you need something to cry on, you got my shoulder. You can't share my life till it's over. The battle's in my head. You're the first line of defense. Ooh.
Okay, what's nice too is in this last chorus, you go, ooh, if I could do life with anyone, it'd be you. I add in these extra harmonies on the top that's like, ooh, it would be you. So if you listen here.
I'll always prioritize your needs over
Oh wait,
mine.
sorry, it's here.
Ooh. If I could do life with anyone, it'd be you every time. And I'll always. Ooh.
So just another extra little saucy at the end to make it go harder.
Ooh. If I could do life with anyone, it'd be you every time. And I'll always prioritize your needs over mine. If anything comes between us, I'll get through to the other side. You're ride or die, a sign for life, you got me. Yeah, you got me. You got me. Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Yeah, so I think that's basically everything interesting about it. Nothing too crazy. If you're curious about the actual tools and stuff, I didn't get into that other project at all, but about like the plugins I use, the guitars and sounds and the different things I use, I could do a breakdown of that, or feel free to just comment with any questions. But I kind of, as I go, when I make instruments I like, or I find instruments I like or sounds, I just save them and then I reuse the hell out of them. So I just use the same crap like again and again. Once I find something I like, I just freaking beat it to death. I have like 3 pianos that I always use. I have like a couple guitar presets I always use. The ukulele preset from this, I freaking reuse, and like every time I use ukulele in a song, I use the preset that I made from this song. But anyways, I think this song right now, it's been out for not even a day yet. I think maybe 2 days, coming up on 2 days, but it's almost to 1,000 streams, and I think it's gonna have the best first week of any song I've ever done. So I'm excited about that. There's obviously a link in the description if you want to check it out, show your friends, stream it, put it on repeat, put it on your playlist, save it, send it, go, rip it. And thanks for listening, and thanks to Selah for doing the song with me. I think definitely made it what it is, and she rips. And you can check out her Spotify in the description. She has 1 song out now, but I'm hoping can get some more recorded of like her own music. And I think that's everything. I'm not on social media, so if you want to keep up to date with me, I'll put a link in the description for my Substack. I do weekly updates through my email list, so you can sign up for that. It's free. And then I do like weekly live streams and share everything new through the email list. And that's the best way to be in contact with me and stuff like that. And also, well, I have a wild hair for this, but I'll show you this new promo I just made yesterday as a little bonus. And this is one of my favorite pictures I've ever made of myself, because when I do promo photos, I don't usually like it. And I'm like, but I did this picture yesterday and I was like, dude, this is freaking dope. So I'll show you. This is my new Spotify picture. Oh yeah, baby. Come on. How sick is that? Maybe I'll do a breakdown of how I made this, but it's really cool because it's like 3D with the clouds, but there's also like, it looks like a wall behind me because of the shadow, but it's like a picture of clouds, but then there's like 3D real clouds around me and like you can see the shadows on me. So it's just really cool. Anyways, toot my own horn there. But anyways, I love this song with all my heart. It's very meaningful to me, very special. I love it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening if you did. And we'll see you on the next one. And check out my music video I just released for Sunrise. Put a lot of work into that. So that's what it is. Take it easy. Bye. Have a good one. See ya on the next one. Bye. Take it easy.